Welcome to Stories from the Digital Learning Field. From media making to building audiences with a focus on deeper learning, join DLE as we explore the digital learning field in San Francisco. Dr. E here with your next episode of Stories from the Digital Learning Field. In today's installment, we're talking about media making with media making teacher Michael Chelsky from Independence High School and 3 of his senior students.
Yeah, so I can go first. Hi, I'm Vanessa Lule, and I'm a senior currently here at Independence.
And I'm Kaylee Yee, and I'm also a senior here at Independence.
Jamarion.
And you're in what grade?
12th.
They have all published audio pieces for the KQED Media Challenges. We discussed the importance of telling stories, sharing with an audience, plus they share some advice for the burgeoning media maker in your classroom. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
I'm Michael Chelsky.
What kind of stories do the kids tell? What do you have them do?
Well, first things first is, first thing is a lot of kids, they don't know what to do and they're not sure what to do. So I tell them what to do.
Fair enough. You got to give them guidance.
And so, first of all, I have them, this is where the association with KQED comes in. I use the Youth Media Challenge as a way to have something to do. So I require them to write a commentary. The purpose of the commentary is it'll be posted on the Youth Media Challenge website.
Sure.
So anything I do with kids, broadcast or filmmaking or broadcast oriented, I try to have some. I want to share the product with the public.
Here's Vanessa, Kaylee, and Jamarion talking about a story they've published either for the KQED Media Challenges or PBS Student Reporting Labs. So you guys have written several stories for Michael Chelsky, done different audio clips and things like that. What's one story that you told?
Yeah, so one of my stories was I produced a podcast about book banning, and I basically explained how there's book banning going around in different institutions, and then the double standards that actually go behind that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and right now, this Hex, we're actually creating a story for PBS NewsHour.
Mm-hmm.
So the story that we're telling is about how at Independence we have like a specialized curriculum where to earn credits we can actually earn them outside the classroom by taking like a bird watching class, and there's many other classes that we can take to earn credits. So we're telling a story about that aspect of our school just to kind of get people thinking about other innovative ways to engage students inside the classroom.
How did you guys arrive at the story, like for the book banning and for the bird watching? How did you arrive at these stories?
Yes. So for me, I really love reading, and I just came across it one day on the news that, oh, wow, they're banning these types of books in Texas and in these other states, and that just got me thinking. And since I knew that I had to pick a story anyways to produce my podcast on, I just thought that I would do it on book banning.
Yeah, and then for the PBS bird watching story, so I think the prompt or the question that they wanted us to answer for that story was my education, my future. So how does your education shape your future? And what are different ways that our education currently can be changed, or what are ways that it's working? So we chose the bird watching story because it is unique to Independence, and I think we also had an article written about it too. And we decided that it was a good, that it fit the prompt very well, and we could encourage people across the nation to kind of think about different ways of learning.
You've told a bunch of stories in this class, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's one of the most powerful stories you told?
Definitely has to be the one I did on gun violence. That's something I've dealt with where I'm from all my childhood, and it's affected me in a lot of ways. So it's a story that's definitely going to stay with me for the rest of my life.
How's it feel to build media for an audience of folks that are going to watch, whether around school or sometimes even a national audience? How does it feel to build those stories, to create those stories for people to listen to?
Feels surprising. You know, I'm able to just, create a podcast about something I'm really interested about, and I still want to learn about, and then having all these other people just being able to listen in. So yeah, for me, it's quite surprising.
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
Oh, I forgot the question.
Oh, I think it had something to do with the audience. Like,
Yeah, how do you build towards an audience? How does it feel to build a story for an audience? I think that was the question.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. It definitely is surprising, but I think it also adds a level of importance to what we're doing, because I think it makes us want to create the best content possible and like double check our sources, double check our facts, because we know that this could be reaching a very wide audience and it could be influencing people like across the US. So yeah, it's definitely a great opportunity that we have to be able to do this, and because we don't know who we're reaching, but somebody might be interested in what we're talking about or what we're recording, and that could influence like a major generation.
How does it feel when you're telling a story that you know that it's going to reach an audience? How does that feel?
Pretty powerful. Definitely what the exposure is going to get. I'm glad. Hopefully people can listen to the story and inspire them to use their voices and speak on it as well, because I feel like gun violence is something that doesn't get looked at as much.
Well, thank you very much, both of you. Wait, one last question. If you guys have like a piece of advice for a young media maker, what would you tell them?
Media arts is fun. I mean, there's so many different like broad aspects of media arts that you can really choose what you want, whether that's like making videos, editing, podcasting, um, photography, lots of different fields. So like really you can choose and just have fun with it.
Yeah, definitely. I also think that you shouldn't be afraid to test new ideas. Yeah, if you think like, oh, maybe this isn't such a great idea, just record it anyway and just try it anyway, because it might develop into something really good.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much, both.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
How do you think the skills that you learn here transfer to outside of here?
Definitely helps with my social skills and talking to new people. I feel like when quarantine hit and I was like stuck at home for a long time, like I've just gotten like so socially awkward. But since coming back to IRL school and getting into the media class has definitely helped my social skills improve, and been able to like just talk to anybody now with like the confidence. Definitely helped my confidence socially.
So a piece of advice for the young buck coming up?
Don't be afraid. Use your voice. I feel like everybody's voice can inspire millions if they just talk about the right things, and be confident with yourself. And I feel like if you are definitely somebody who struggles with talking to other people, or just struggling socially, I feel like media is a good class you could take, and don't be afraid to do it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Of course.
I'll close with a last clip from Kaylee about why telling stories is important.
Yeah, I think that another unique thing that media arts provides is teaching us how to create a story and how to communicate it effectively. I think that would work in any field that anybody chooses to go into, because everybody needs to know how to communicate, and everybody needs to know how to develop a story and how to tell it to a wide audience. So that definitely was something that was taught in this class.
Thank you for listening. To hear Vanessa's, Kaylee's, and Jamarion's stories, click on the links on the resources slide deck. Also, check the resources for how to begin to build these spaces in your class. We will be back in a few weeks as we continue to explore the digital learning field in SF Unified.